Good morning, if you're there. We're starting a little late today, so it'll take me a minute to get everything together. But we are live. Explain possibilities. Unexplained possibilities. Good morning. I am running a bit slow-mo today, so I'm trying to get everything together. Sage, good morning. Let's see here. I also need... Yeah, for some reason, I was on my computer, and it said it was 9:15, and then I come in here to set this up, and it's 10. So I'm like, ooh, we're late. And unexplained, I am glad you got the best news. If you don't mind sharing, let us know. I'm interested.
Oh.
Finn, what up, Bobby? Nah, stop, guys. Gotta give me a second. My full screen share. Why it will not allow me? I'm having a hard time setting a couple things up. Good morning, Dragon. Rook is being completely quiet, so I'm having to try to carry this while we're getting started.
Oh, sorry. Good morning. Usually I'm all in the chat, and that's all I do. Which I was doing, but responding to a message. Happy whatever to you today. Happy 420 day.
Yeah.
Happy Easter if you celebrate. Happy Sunday if you don't. I'm more interested in the 420. I just think that's awesome. Genius that it ended up on 420. A bunny and a blunt. We need a shirt. Yeah, bunnies and blunts. Happy 420. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so
Unexplained. Ooh, Unexplained's got the best news. Sweet. I heard you say it. I'm just reading and catching up. That's awesome.
things that you needed to come through came through. That's awesome. I don't know why this is being so annoying today.
Guys, come on. I have two little Chihuahua girls scratching at me. Oh, sorry, baby. Come here. Oh. No bump your head, huh? I mean, no bump your head.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening here. I gotta go to the other computer and do a few things, so keep going.
Anybody doing anything crazy or great today? Oh, the shrimp part sounds good. That is great. I'm glad you get to have a celebration. A cat trying to crawl into your skin. They always seem to need attention when you're doing something the most. Walmart. I've got to go to Walmart today. We got to get a new microwave. Ours kind of caught on fire, but it's been in the house since 2004, so it's probably old. Oh, hanging out with friends, that's awesome. Dragon, I got to do a little work too. I'm actually doing a lot of cleaning and organizing and stuff today before going to visit with some friends. Yeah, thank goodness Mystic was home when it happened and was using it. It started smoking up the house. It was during the week, so it was unusual for him to be home. If he hadn't been home, it could have been a bad deal. Yeah. Oh my God, getting older. I cannot hang late like I used to. Goodness gracious, I used to get in at 3 or 4 and go to work at 7. That is not the case. At 47 versus 27. So I had a good day. Hope everybody had a great day yesterday. I did. I went and recorded a little video for a fundraiser I'm involved in June. So that was productive. Now I got to have Mystic's help to edit it. I'm not versed on editing video. You know, while we're waiting on the video, I've been thinking about something this week, kind of in the energy I've been feeling with different people, and this happens to be at work. And I found a term for it, or that I'm using for it, and I call it social sepsis. And to me, it's when the people around you are very negative and toxic, and if you don't protect and ground yourself, you can feel sick, like an infection, but in your mind, in your spirit, in your social aspects of things. So social sepsis, that's what I've been thinking about, and we can talk about a little bit later.
Okay, that's interesting. First I'm hearing of it.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it. It came to me, the term of what I've been feeling about some people at work, and the negativity and what's the right word? Purposeful, destructive behavior towards others.
Really, Ma? Huh.
You got to be careful because a friend once told me that they will win. You can't beat them at their own game, but you got to be smarter, calmer, and protect yourself from their toxic sepsis vibes they send out. Anybody been affected by that? By social sepsis?
Alright, well this just isn't working, so I don't even know what it is yet. So there's some weird thing with my Microsoft files and stuff that I have 2 OneDrives somehow, and half of my stuff is showing in one and the other half is showing in another, so I can't put anything where it needs to go, and it's just weird. Ma, stop it, please.
Picking.
So yeah, I got too much stuff up here.
I really like this music today.
Okay. It's the same music every week, but I'm glad.
It seems maybe I'm hearing it a different way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't doubt it's the same.
Yep, I like these because they're royalty free and it's got some neat beats and stuff to it. Ma, you gotta stay here, honey. You can't climb. My petite keeps jumping on the counter. on the table, whatever you call it.
She prefers to be called by her full name, Mademoiselle Ma Petite Placette.
She's a little scrumpet today.
She is, huh? Well, it's because we did not give them a walk yesterday, I think. I think they're mad.
They probably are. All right, so sorry about being late today. We got a late start and everything is off center for me, which, you know, happens. So I'm gonna turn the music down a bit.
Hello, little one.
Are we calling the corners?
Yes. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Hear me, friends and ancestors from the East. Hear my voice carried on the air of clarity and truth. Watch over us as we cast our circle of safety and love.
See me, friends and ancestors from the South. See my flames of passion and creation seared into the energy of the universe. Watch over us as we cast our circle of limitless possibility.
Feel me, friends and ancestors from the West. Feel my love, fear, sadness, and joy washed into the waters of the rivers of compassion. Watch over us as we cast our circle of connection and motion.
Reach me, friends and ancestors from the North. Reach my feet and hands, the earth in my toes, and the work of my fingers. Watch over us as we cast our circle of grounding and protection.
Know me, friends and ancestors from the Ether. Know my intent, know my heart, and know my spirit. Watch over us as we ask you all to join us in perfect love and perfect trust.
Hear, see, feel, reach, and know that the circle is safe, the circle is sacred, and the circle is cast. Alrighty. I don't know why I'm having trouble today. Getting to all the stuff that I need to get to. Good grief. Good griefious. We'll get there, I promise. There we go. Hi. I knew we'd get there. It just took a minute. How's it going?
Oh, you're talking to me? Good. How are you?
Better than last night?
Yeah, better. I get in these moments where I'm just frozen and can't think, act, or
and I don't
move.
play that shit.
And he doesn't.
I'm just kidding.
I don't think he appreciates, and I can't help when it happens. Like,
It's not appreciative. It's I'm not going to make a decision for you in those instances. You still have to decide what it is you want. I will not do it for you.
And literally, I can't.
Because I am not your parent.
Speak or anything. I can't know when it's gonna happen.
Can't know.
Can't know.
Can't know.
But it is.
It is what it is. How's everybody else doing? We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. I thought we were like ahead of time and everything was good, and I looked down and I'm like, okay, yeah, now we're actually late. It was fun. Yeah, you got Ma Petite.
Yeah, Ma Petite. They can't see her, but they can see the head, the ears, I think, of Tina and Ma Petite.
That's my titties. Hey, my titties. Finn's back on his chair. Look, it's funny because he wants to be involved.
Hi, Finn.
You see him back there behind me?
Oh.
Right there?
Yeah.
He wants to be involved, so he's half sitting up, and he's kind of mad that I'm not holding him. He'll come over here in a minute. So that's his chair. He's posturing. We have all of our people with us today. I'm glad you guys joined. I wanted to... Well, let's do our normal thing. It works. Today I'm feeling picture jasper, so that's one thing I do want to add in. I want to talk about our crystals.
Ooh, and it reminds me I need to get a hold of some copper and pyrite.
It's really important to me because I want to talk about it. I want to talk about like how people feel and the thoughts behind it, and the magic of crystals, and healing properties and all that stuff. So I was feeling picture jasper today because when I get really out of sorts and things are all over the place, picture jasper actually of any kind is something that kind of is good at holding you still or holding you in a moment, bringing you back to earth. It's a mindfulness rock. and it helps you form. To me, it helps form pictures. So it's really good with thinking forward and thinking about things that are here and that are physical and that are touchable. It's also good to help guide when you need to find out what's your next step. So very logical and movement oriented for me. I do want to say one thing about stones and crystals. Like, I don't necessarily believe in like that this crystal or this stone has magic properties of things it can do. I believe it works through people and through our belief. I'm gonna try to show it here. This is picture Jasper. And what I mean by that is because we as humans are associating it with something, it then has meaning. And that's how meaning is adapted. And because I recognize that this comes from the earth and it's something that is created naturally, it helps me think about things and work through things, to make decisions and to think about processes. So like quartz, there are properties of quartz that have things. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm having a hard time, as you can tell. I just keep
attributes.
I'm talking in circles. So let me rephrase. I do not believe stones have inherent powers in themselves. I believe their power comes from how they make us feel. That's what I'm trying to say. And picture Jasper helps me see more clearly physical and logical things. That's why I need it.
That's pyrite for me.
Yeah.
Pyrite helps me with that. No, we didn't. Dragon, I really wanted to. It was a crazy busy day with had a lot of stuff going on. I really wanted to. Did you guys join any of them?
I figured the whole time I forgot to transition. So this is the picture Jasper that I'm talking about. So, and pyrite, the one that you mentioned, to me is very good because it also represents seeing the truth, but still recognizing value in what you have.
Let me get mine.
People call it fool's gold. I don't like that.
I don't either.
Because I don't think it's for fools. It's its own thing. It's gold. It's pretty. It's very, very nice element. But yeah. So my thoughts on crystals are that, like, it's not like this crystal isn't magic. I think it has magical properties because it's of nature. Like, and it has energies. It has its own frequencies and it has its own energy emanation.
So pretty.
But its magic comes from me and my interaction with it.
I only wish it could show up, like the way, like you can kind of see it.
Yeah,
this
it
is the
sparkles pretty
pyrite.
good. Just so you know, the right one is the one that's actually showing. So I'm just teeing up the next one.
I love pyrite.
Furry Rage, hello. We talked about it. We had some conversations about it, Dragon, but we didn't actually go or physically do anything. We didn't do any magic for it either, really. It was a crazy day. The weekends when I travel are just nuts. Yeah, and like I said, I think they have their own energies. They have their own manifestations and their own all of that stuff. I just think the real magic comes from how they interact with me and like maybe their frequency mixed with my frequency, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Things like that when they come together. They're on their own. They have, from my animistic and pantheistic mind, which we're going to talk about, they do have their own magic and their own god and goddessness, but meh.
I like how different sounds and tones
Yeah.
give off a feeling. Maybe that level or frequency really.
Like the way I think of it
Hits
is a field of quartz. Just to me thinking about it, there's a field of quartz, and yes, I'm sure I know and feel that the quartz has its own energy, its own frequency, and it's observable by animals. But by itself, I don't think it has much meaning for us. It's an engagement of us for them, and like I use them, and I like that that we put energy into them, or what they take away in a way. That's really what I'm trying to say, because they do have their own energy too, and that's the magic of them.
Mm-hmm.
Ma, you are being a scrumpet.
I feel put energy into them, or they take it from me in a way. That's
Ma is being a scrumpet, y'all.
Absolutely.
She has no clue she's being one either. She's just being.
That's just her normal
Just
way.
who she is. She's like, put me down, bitch.
And call me by my full name.
Muppet titties.
That's not her full name. No, it's not. She knows her name. It's Mademoiselle Petit Placette. She knows.
Yeah. I have not been on one of quartz, but I have been on one of calcite with micro quartz. And yes, you feel it and you know it without even seeing it. I would love to be around quartz. And then, you know, when we went to the caves in Arkansas, the rooms where they had them all set up, you immediately just want to stay there forever.
And salt.
Yeah, and salt.
Salt is huge to me. Oh my God, I wish I could go in a room with salt. I wish that Harry Potter thing we had in Fort Myers, which I think was like an elixir and kava bar. Like the first one, or not the first one, but I would have loved to have gone to that because they had a big salt cave where you could go and
He's trying to jump
and sit.
I think there's still some salt caves.
I would love to go in the salt cave. That would be like, I feel like I saw something in Naples, but I don't know that it's a cave. Maybe it is, but I would like to go check it out because
I use a lot of salt in my magic. It's one of my favorite things to make is just taking some half pink Himalayan, half magnesium salts, and picking some appropriate essential oils that you like and even some herbs and just mixing it all together in I use old Chinese soup plastic jars and make your own bath salt for it. And it takes one scoop of that and like it's ritual bath from the beginning. But yeah, that's huge. But yeah, so that was one of the things that I thought was really cool about crystals. And I don't know if I like calling them crystals either because the crystals I think is limiting because not all rocks are crystals. Actually, the majority are not. And I'm weird. I always have my chakra crystals here. Again, chakras are kind of the same brain idea where each one of them, yes, has their own emanation and energy, but it's together that creates... I just realized I had some backwards here I had to fix. It's the energy that creates of the interaction with me that I kind of like. And I can tell you when I've had stress or difficult things at work and stuff, I carry certain rocks. Like when I'm going to be meeting with the higher ups and all the big people, I get a little nervous sometimes. I carry picture jasper and carnelian. Carnelian for strength and picture jasper for clarity for me. Picture jasper, I'm sorry, not picture, bumblebee, because I have the picture here. Bumblebee jasper, which is by far my most favorite one ever, which we'll talk about next week, I think.
Bumblebee jasper is beautiful. And so they're not just to hit people with.
No,
they do help
they're not just to hit people with.
Or throw.
I'm really mad. We've got to do that. I've got to get some. I have I think it's kintsugi kit.
Oh, that's really cool with the gold, the paint.
The gold Japanese restoration, or for that uses gold paint and thing to make broken things, and they feel it makes them more appropriate or more magical even.
I really like that concept.
Yeah, and so I have I bought a Bumblebee Jasper key, and it's not because I love keys. Keys are huge for me too. I like keys because I need to lock things away, I need to block things, and I need to open things. So keys are huge in my magic. I actually have a big foot-long iron key on the desk here. I don't think you can see it, but we'll show it to you.
Grab it? I'll grab it
if you want.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Because
this is really
key, like when for example, when we were laying people off, when my company was downsizing, I did magic for all of the every single one of my staff, and I got each of them a key and did some magic. I'm gonna switch it over here. There it goes. And I did magic with keys. I have a whole box of just random keys and art keys and things, and I use them constantly.
Oh, I like the little cutouts.
Yeah. So I'm obsessive with keys, which is a whole nother thing we can get into too. Joy, hello. I'm so glad you stopped in. We keep thinking we have time to do stuff on the weekend, and with me traveling, it's just not happening as much as I want.
Oh.
But I'm glad you stopped in. We were just talking about our kind of theory on crystals, and then it kind of went into my obsession with keys. When we were laying off a lot of people, why do you keep coming to me and then running to him after I pick you up? And it's something about the need for
I know, baby.
Being able to lock things and let things out and move things around and have access, and it's control. Keys feel like control to me. So when everybody was being laid off from my company, I did magic with keys so that they had the key to this door shutting, let it go, and then have the key to whatever their next big opportunity is. And I will tell you, every single one of my staff was gainfully employed. Not a single one of them got left behind.
That's awesome.
That is one thing I loved about Manor Care as a company. They helped them find jobs. They did not just throw people out.
Very true.
New company may not be that way. We're not going to talk about that. But yeah, I picture Jasper. Next week we'll talk about Bumblebee Jasper, and I'll get my key out in the Kintsugi kit, and we'll see about doing that. So, reading.
Joy.
So, I just read a book that was recommended by the training that I got for the Dementia Practitioner course and seminar. And it was recommended. Yeah, it was a recommended book by them, and it's called The Giver. I've already ordered the second book. There's 4. They're really easy reads, and let me tell you, it is somehow a mix of sci-fi, fantasy, super emotional drama, and Alzheimer's memory. It doesn't talk about Alzheimer's specifically, but it's all about memory. And I don't want to give any of it away because it is a short read. And I thought I would hate it. I thought it was just going to be some book about, like The Secret. Not that The Secret's a bad book, but just I thought that's what it was going to be. And it ended up being a very emotional. I could feel every bit of this book, and now I feel like I even understand better what it feels like to lose a memory. Like know you're losing a memory, to know that that memory's not as bright anymore, or that color is gone. It also has a very heavy atmosphere of sameness and what the world would look like if everything was the same, and the joy of finding the difference again. It's just an amazing book. It doesn't have good reviews for some reason, and I don't know why, because maybe people expect something different, but it's such a quick read. I read it in 2 days during my flights. It's just so good. So it's called The Giver, and I forgot the author's Lois, but you'll find The Giver. It's a very popular book. It's won awards by Lois something, and I cannot remember her last name, but I highly recommend it. Yeah. And yes, Unexplained, there is a movie.
Yeah, it was a really good movie to me. It really helped me
We should watch it again.
Like, when would it be? Like 2005 or 6 at work. It was, I was working 2 jobs and going to, well, I wasn't going to nursing school yet. I was working 2 jobs, so it was an impactful movie. It was nice.
I just realized I have a piece of moss agate, or what's supposed to be moss agate, and it's got a labradorite sheen to it. Do you see that? I don't think that's what this is.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's pretty.
Huh. Sorry. I have a bunch of rocks sitting here.
Lois Lowry.
Yes, thank you, Lois Lowry. Yep. I want to see. I haven't seen the movie. I've only looked at, the movie for the other thing. Sorry, I'm jumping around. But yes, it's The Giver. It is such an easy read, and I'm telling you, it had an effect on me that I did not expect.
Poochie.
Garnet. We have garnet all over this place too, because I bought back when we were doing a lot of things in person, I bought boxes of garnet and other things to give to people, and for some of our things that we were doing. So I got a lot. I like the raw stones more than the new ones, but as you can tell, I'm still jumping all over. Okay, what are you reading? Oh, wait, before we do that, the Piercing Bible, and that's all you got time for. I wanted to hit on that so I didn't miss it, because I'm interested in everybody. I need to see the movie. I have not seen it. But man, it takes on a different meaning now, and I'd never heard of it before, so I'm glad you guys have heard of it. And Dragon, I know you're doing your apprenticeship, aren't you? You gonna show that? Rook has one thing he wants to show off, so we're gonna transition here again.
Well,
go ahead.
It's not a crystal stone or gemstone, but this is something that's, regardless, it's very comforting to me. It's a little gold painted, not real gold, of course, statue of Lord Ganesha, and it's so special because the therapist got it for me when she went to India, at a trinket shop. But where it comes from and that energy was, and her thoughtfulness behind it was so nice that I've kept it, and I've had it about 13 years. And so it's just, to me, you don't have to buy anything expensive. It's more about the energy and.
Is that from what's her name? What's her name?
Mindy.
Aww.
It's a therapist at my building in Arlington. 2014. Well, so I guess 2014, and she went. And it was weird because at that time,
she's like the nicest person ever too.
I wasn't really into a deity or anything, but Lord Ganesha kept popping up and coming up, and this was one of the ways, and it's something that's just dear to me.
I remember that we got the itch in 2014 because I was pagan, and then I kind of came out of paganism for a couple of years, and we got the itch to really get into Indian culture, and we went out and bought books and stuff, and that's where a lot of these things came from, even up there.
Yeah,
we'll have to show that off someday.
I just like last night I said that the great thing about Ganesha is that it can reference removing roadblocks or obstacles, especially when you're the roadblock or the obstacle. I think that's important. Yes. Open doors to opportunity. Absolutely. I love it. So.
And I don't work with Ganesha, but I do. We have a really nice jade Ganesha statue. It's about 1 foot tall on our main altar. And what I've always got from it is, if you are dealt from the multiple arms and hands of most of them, if you're dealt one bad hand, you could get a good one, a bad one. It's just, and it's not just chance. It's how you use your hands to do things. So I get this mindset of that, and I think it's very freeing for me. Although he's never called to me, I still get the benefit of that feeling.
We actually have meant to. There's actually a Hindu temple or here in the local area where they do like chanting, and I would love to go. I feel like I'd love to go to that. But yep, so it's not a gemstone, but that's just something that's important to me. I wanted to share.
I love that. So next, we normally talk about current events. There's only one current event that I had on the list today, and I don't really want to talk about it because it's not a fun event. And that was the Florida State University shooting. So 2 killed, actually.
Oh, really?
Yep, 6 injured, 2 killed. Of course, not the aggressor.
Wasn't killed?
Nope, and the aggressor is we're learning more, of course, about the aggressor being, who would have guessed, a Trump-supporting white supremacist person. Are you sniffing the picture, Jasper, bubby?
He likes it.
He does.
It calls to him. Yeah.
So, my pagan thoughts and prayers are with the families who have to deal with this, no matter who they are, for whatever reason, that all of a sudden have to deal with the loss of somebody. And one of them, I think, was a teacher, one of those that died.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers for sure, but also policy and change.
Yeah. We need a little more Ganesha in our politics.
I think I've actually given myself a little bit of social sepsis the past month by getting wrapped up into all these energies, and I do really well for a while, and then I get riled up again. I'm trying not to give make myself sick or worried about all that stuff. And, everything balances out, and if this is what's needed to balance out in the end, then I guess we'll just get through it.
Yeah. And it's really just sad because I know we have firearms, right? And I believe in the ability to have them, but this person got their firearm from their stepmother, who is a deputy.
Well, that's sad for her. She's probably going to get trouble.
Feel guilty for the rest of her life somehow. Granted,
sad.
This is an adult. I agree with making sure things are locked up, but this is an adult who made an illegal decision. And that's how it should be addressed, in my opinion.
Yep, and you can't read minds. How will you ever know what somebody's thinking, so...
You can't. Yeah, that was so true.
That's why those who want to carry and feel comfortable should carry. That's how I feel. So you can protect back.
Kalimata, the Dark Mother.
Ooh.
Yes, we can do some discussion about that too. We need to follow up on. That's a very good point. I like
Kalima.
that.
Oh,
Kali
nice.
Mata, the Dark Mother, Shiva's consort.
Oh, nice. Kalima. Okay.
So, yeah, that's sad news, and I don't really want to spend too much time on it, except for us to be thinking about the people who have to deal with this now that didn't before, and then for the person that did it. I don't know. I have no words. I'm just over that kind of stuff.
Now, this is funny, and maybe I want to do. I was talking last night. I did tell you this. I want to do just some thought, reflection, and quiet time on. Is there anything like a deity needs that I need to seek out and learn and do work on? I'm gonna do that soon. Maybe it
Yeah.
is Kalima.
We'll find that out. We should do that today. So, speaking of, I did want to do one quick blurb. Excuse me. On Beltane. So this is from Beltane last year, but this is something that I had saved in my stuff. The Busy Pagan's a pretty good website if you haven't.
I've never heard of that. I'll have to check it out. Busy Pagan.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But so it goes through a lot of details. So if you're interested, just the Busy Pagan, and then if you look up, there's a section on pagan holidays right here. So the Busy Pagan, pagan holidays, Beltane, they have them all listed out. So if you're new to it, or if you're interested in learning a little bit more about the actual pagan holidays, you can go here. It's pretty cool. It's pretty aligned. But it goes through and talks about, what is Beltane, and they update it pretty much every year. They're a little behind this year, which, it is fine. So you may not be able to look at the astrological insights because those would be wrong, but the theory is still the same. We've got commemorating Beltane on the eve of April 30th, known as Beltane Eve or Walpurgis Night. If you've ever heard of Walpurgis Nacht, the song. Pretty cool. So we certainly will be celebrating, and don't know what or when or how or where because I won't be here. I will unfortunately be out of state in Houston. So I have to, and Rook is already, I've enlisted him, and I'm going to enlist you guys too to give me some ideas. But I'm going to make a small box. I have my mobile altar that I call it up there. It's a box that has space for lots of things in it. And I'm going to build a miniature maypole kit.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
So that I can do that. And then, whatever other things that I can potentially do.
Hey,
to
Calvin.
kind of work on that. Kelvin, happy Easter. I can't talk.
Happy 420. That's what I would say.
Happy 420.
That is freaking
Happy whatever
genius.
you celebrate. I liked somebody set it up earlier in a different way, and I really liked that. What was that?
Blunts and bunnies.
Blunts and Bunnies is probably a good one. That's not what it was. What was it? It was James Bowen, Gnostic Jesus Day. Happy Gnostic Jesus Day.
You're handsome.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh,
yeah. I have to
Oh,
work.
you have the day off. Sweet.
I have to work, unfortunately, but I really need some help. What else can I do? Like, I thought about getting, we have metal straws, a lot of them. I bought a pack for like $10 because we don't want to waste straws when we go out, which we need to do better because we haven't been as much. So I was going to get a metal straw. I'm going to build like a little cardboard base that I can either hot glue or tape it to. Somehow hold it up, and then I'm going to wrap it to do a maypole. But I don't know what else I can do. I'll grab a couple of different things.
Oh, simple soup.
Yeah.
Oh, what day is that? Hold on, I'm looking, Joy.
Simple soup.
I might.
Joy, I wish I could. Oh my God, we have been dying to see you because we keep missing somehow and or not making connection. But also to do some more stuff with you. We've been really wanting to connect. It's not going to be consistent because of work for me. But yeah, I actually leave that Wednesday, the 29th or 30th, and I'm there until the following Monday for work. So I have to work that weekend in Houston, unfortunately, which is why I'm making my little thing, my mobile thing that I can do something while I'm gone. We're acquiring some buildings, and I have to be there over the weekend. My whole team is actually working that weekend, unfortunately.
Well, I'm gonna reach out to you. I'm gonna really try to come Sunday, May 4th.
You should.
For sure. I miss you, the group. I miss the energy of that place, and I will set a reminder to text you or call you.
I fly back in Monday, of course, or the day after. But yes, I'm gonna do something on the night of the 30th into May 1st, which I believe is Wednesday night or Thursday night. I think that's Wednesday night. And on Sunday, if you guys are doing stuff, I mean, I have to go to work that day, but I don't. It's not a whole day thing. I just have to be there in case something goes wrong. So if everything is smooth, I'll Skype you or something. We'll message, video chat because I want to participate.
Enjoy. I have a friend that I'm going to try to invite to come if that's okay. And yes, we'll Skype you.
Who?
Twisted.
Oh, okay. You should.
I think it'd be really neat.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to take them, show them the church. It's really neat. I think it would resonate with them.
And I know a lot has changed. I've been reading, even though I haven't been responding, Joy, I have been reading the monthly things you've been putting out and the other contests and things you put out. So I've been trying to stay up on all the changes and some very unfortunate ones, but maybe they're also good in the long run, you know? So.
May 5th in the astrological calendar.
Oh, well, I'm coming home that day.
It's actually sweet.
Bubby. I have a dog. So Beltane, just real quick. It's a Gaelic fire festival celebrated May 1st, marking the vibrant transition from spring to summer. So it's literally leaving spring to summer. It is all about change. It's halfway between, is it the solstices? Not quite. It's halfway between the solstice and the equinox, I think. I'm going really quick off the top of my head, but they recommend greens, reds, and whites.
Flowers.
Emeralds, rose quartz, carnelian, one of my favorites. Malachite, also one of my favorites.
Oh, rose quartz. I have that. I could carry that with me for Beltane.
Scent-wise, we can make jasmine, rose, sandalwood, and ylang ylang. I have ylang ylang. Ylang ylang.
Ding ding ding.
We can make a thing out of that. It's acknowledging the cycles of change, embracing the warmth that we get, and getting into the hot times. Beltane was a blockbuster event of the Celtic calendar, a mix of live action and nature documentary all rolled into one. People would gather to ignite massive bonfires, not just for the gram, but as a spiritual firewall against malevolent forces and a booster for the land's fertility. Ooh, I like that. You can do a firewall and use it as a protection thing to take with you in your head.
Oh.
It was earthy, raw, connected. Everyone tuned into the nature's rhythms, celebrating the warmth and promise of a fruitful summer. So again, the Busy Pagan holidays. If you go to this website, thebusypagan.com, you just click right here, and there's lots of other stuff here that has been helpful if you're new. I like their thing on sigils and moon phases are pretty cool. So yeah, very neat little thingamabob.
You know, not to jump around, but don't, speaking of the UU, didn't the Quakers have some energy or memes there? I think that would be very good for me to connect with my friend.
And Joy, did that happen? So there was an agreement at some point that the Quakers were going to build, a group of Quakers were going to build some resource centers on the land at the UU that we want to take Twisted and our D&D friends to. So that would be kind of cool, but is that still happening? Do you know? Oh, not happening? Oh, that sucks. Because that's neat. But either way, the cool part of it is that they were close enough and comfortable enough that was a thing. I really like that. Yeah,
I do too.
UU is definitely a place for everybody, for sure.
I've learned a little bit about a friend that's very, very interesting.
Yeah, we definitely want to learn more.
That group. Yeah.
Awesome.
Maybe.
Next new moon, April 27th, will be in Taurus. I have not been good about new moon celebrations, but I want to be. I've been pretty good about full moon. So now we want to rope in that other half of the cycle where we're starting things. And we get the new moon going. We get what our energy is going to be, what our desire is going to be for the month, and then we work on that through to the full moon, and then we take that and then move it back in. So we're going to start observing those cycles more closely.
I feel like somebody else had a birthday coming up. Dragon mentioned.
There is.
Was it unexplained?
Might it be unexplained possibilities?
That's what I'm thinking.
On the same day?
I'm going to go with my thought here. I hope I'm not wrong.
I'm pretty sure that
and
happened.
Unexplained, I think, coming up.
Yes.
Yeah, I was right. All right.
Yeah.
my mind isn't so great sometimes, but I try to remember important stuff.
Yep. Enjoy. I am honestly glad because of all the other stuff that's happening there around it. I am really glad that that land is preserved. Although I wouldn't have been mad if that had happened because I think that would have been a neat symbiosis. But I was sad for the land itself to be changed. And we need to go back there. I might have to stop in today.
Yeah, May 4th.
What are you doing, Bubba?
Barring a major event, I will be there.
What are we doing?
It is my full intent. 6th afternoon is the most magical, usually in the first. Cressa. Oh, neat. Okay.
Very nice.
What are you looking at, buddy?
He's just
hanging.
standing tall.
We're a handsome dude.
So, and then the next full moon will be May 12th in Scorpio, so we'll get to that. But I would like to learn a little bit more about that. You know, the moon cycles have always been important to me, and I've been relatively connected to them, but we cycle in and out, as we've talked about before. And now I want to cycle back into it. I want to get back into the feeling of that. And so I'm using, it's pretty basic too for me because I'm going back to the beginning where the new moon is planting the seed. The full moon is the tree at its height. And we go back to the end of that where the the energy has kind of gone back to where it began. And so that cycle begins over and over. So my magic is going to start on the new moon and then build to the full moon and then rescend through the next new moon and start that method of breathing the magic using the moon as the cycle. So that's going to be really interesting.
I was wondering what that building was, Joy. It's a Tractor Supply. I saw it because I work not far, and I was like, what is that being built?
Wasn't the one right beside it a storage?
I thought it was going to be like a storage, yeah, but...
Which is good, if that is, because it's not busy.
And it blocks off certain things, or absorbs energies, maybe.
Mm-hmm. And sound from the main road.
Sound. Yep.
All right. Today's topic. Are deities real? What do you think? Because of our conversation last night, I wanted to go more into that. As when somebody brought up the hard and soft polytheism, I wanted to talk more about that. So I wanted to start with deities. Are they real?
I mean, I think so because the thought and where it directs your beliefs. I think they're very real.
Define real.
Real is individualized, and to me, real means it's something that I believe in and can focus on and develop faith or beliefs in, and kind of reinforce the way I choose to live and act.
I agree. I like that our deity's real.
Yeah. Explain. Yeah.
Exactly. They're real as the individual wants them to be. I do absolutely believe that they're real, but insofar as that, what we talked about last night with the soft version, I don't like when I go to my whatchamacallit behind me. I'm gonna see if you guys can see it.
Ooh, I've heard in the Abraxas, the thing at the Kava place.
Up behind me, back here. Yeah, we need to look at that. I need to hear more about that in a minute, James. But that big space to my back left is my dedication altar. So it's mostly the Green Man with images of Pan, Herne the Hunter, Cernunnos on them, lots of earth stuff. And that is where I go to, commune with my main energy or deity, what many people would call God. And I use that representation so that I have something to focus on. But I don't believe that that's like him walking around in the woods. I believe walking around the woods, he is the tree. He is the earth. He is the rut, the stag and rut. He is the deer. He is everything in the woods. Not a separate being that's just floating around. He is the energy and everything. So that's the soft version of soft polytheism. I also consider myself mostly an animist, that everything has its own energy and own god and goddess, and pantheist in that it's everything. Nothing is exempt. Even the stuff that we make. Our house has its own energy and entity. And when we're in it, that entity is different than when we're not in it. When we're not home, the entity of our home is based on what residual is here, what was before us, the energy, the earth, the dogs, everything.
And animals.
The dogs and animals, yeah. And when we come in, it alters and it changes, but we're all part of that. And that's kind of how I feel about deity being quote unquote real or not, and that it is absolutely real. Dragon, yes, really want to talk about that. Yes, absolutely. So do you believe he can manifest in humanoid form? Yes, absolutely, 100% do believe that. And I believe that he manifests, or she, or whoever, or all of them, because to me, that's a whole nother story we'll talk about. But yes, I do absolutely believe they come in humanoid form. They come in many, many, many different forms to help us understand how to best, guide and move and walk through things. So for sure. And I think honestly, the Green Man comes to me in that form that Claire in UK created through her art and her energy. She created this manifestation for me that I can now picture. So when I picture the Green Man, not Carnunos, but the concept, that's what I picture. And that's what comes to me when I am doing energy or moving things, right? Like that's really where it comes from.
Yeah, that's true. That's strange. Deer, maybe a deity.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I think if anything would be a deity, it would be
like animals. Even the image on my back of Ellen of the Ways is a deer. It's all about that connection. So yeah, I think they come in many different ways, and that might be what some people are talking about. I'm not sure. We'll have to talk about that too. I need to learn. I don't know much about Abraxas, what you mentioned up there. James, I don't know where it went, James, but I would love to hear more about that if you have a moment to share. I don't know. I've heard it before. I'm going to look it up here, but I'm not as familiar. But yeah, so that is definitely true. And that, again, I keep thinking about that. That might be, now that you mention it, Dragon, some of the difference, in my opinion, versus Adius. Because we've had that conversation, and he's like, no, this is an actual being. I'm like, I do believe that there's an actual being, energy, and manifestation. I just don't picture like Caradwyn with her cauldron in the sky. I think she comes in different ways, but absolutely can manifest. That's a really good way. See, this is why I like doing the show. It gives me thought processes that I have that I didn't know I had that make sense to me that I can figure out now. That's the point.
Yeah.
It's all about me. Okay. What are your thoughts on all that?
Which part?
The manifestation in humanoid form.
Oh, yeah. I think so. I think absolutely. I mean, it could. To me, I think it's more. For me, it would probably be more animals, but I think it could absolutely manifest in a humanoid form. Mm-hmm.
He likes his Jasper.
I think in the terms of the sometimes in people that you meet, especially people that may not be in your life for a long time, but I think it could manifest that way in humanoid form.
Yeah, no, I can definitely see that. I haven't thought of it that way. I do definitely believe in the coexistence of different realms. So that might be a good way to explain it too, Dragon. I like that. Mm-hmm. I could see that too, Joy. In their world, they're how they are, in their realm. Good grief!
I know, me too.
Can't clear my throat. But yeah, so all those I think are really important, like really important ways to, and how, it just underlines how personal experiences with deity is. And mine has changed over the years. Like I don't think I would have considered myself pantheistic 10 years ago. It was more about the main, ecosystems and different pantheons, you know, the Greek and Roman, and you never mixed the pantheons, and now the pantheons are basically mixed to me. Like they literally are all the same to me, with different expressions. It's like the same book with different colors or different pictures in it, you know, but the same meaning. So it's really weird to me on that one, but energies are energies, and I think they're manifest through different things. Yeah, it's definitely changed. We're going over time now, so we got to move.
Oh yeah,
forward.
It's been great.
Yeah.
Conversation.
I just wanted to mention the different types of theism that if you do a quick Google search that they'll show. Like there's, and theism is really the like how you kind of organize the gods, and the labels to me aren't really that important. But you have monotheism, which is the one God. You have something I've never heard of called henotheism, which is still one supreme God, but there are multiple others, like ancient Egyptian. Polytheism, where you have many gods. Pantheism, which is everything is part of one. And I do still believe that too. I do believe in the different beings, but they are all still part of one larger thing that kind of holds it all together. There's panentheism, which is the entire universe is one with God, and God transcends the universe. It's more of like an enlightenment, which is also like deism, which is God created the universe but doesn't intervene. So some enlightenment aspects there. So unexplained, I really like that. And dragon, both of those are really important points. So different pantheons tend to have traditional ways that those deities have appeared to followers. Yes, it's almost like they're the regional version of the same deity to me, because the environment that you're in changes, and your people, it changes how you interpret things, right? And then unexplained, looking at it as the same actors playing different roles depending on what's needed. I like that. Those are really cool takes on it. Look at this boy. He's so sweet.
He is. He just wants love.
His little toe pads are cold. Little toe beans. You need to cut the fur between my toe beans. It makes it hard to stick to the floor. Sorry about that. Yeah. Myth, culture, and language. That's one thing that was really difficult for me to understand early on was myth. And I almost used to get offended when somebody says, oh, well, you know, tell me about the myth of the Mabinogion, right? For example, or the myth of, oh God, now I can't remember the frickin' the big troll, whatchamacallit, that started all of the things in the Norse pantheon, where his bones become the mountains and his blood became the world, the physical world itself. I cannot remember. Oh my God. But anyway, all of those things kind of coming into it and how they affect myth. And I used to be like so angry about that. Ymir, yes, thank you. And his cow, his great cow that milk filled the rivers. And I used to get mad about that. Like, you know, it's myth, so it can't be real. But I'm like, there's so much deeper inflections to that whole entire process that I've finally allowed myself to let go of that frustration. When you talk to somebody, say, oh, well, you know, all your stuff is based on myth. I'm like, well, so is yours. And that's the point. It's based on the culture and the collective thought of how things have created and become.
Baba Yaga.
What about her?
One of the myths. I like that.
Yeah. I love folklore, myth, and culture. I think it is just amazing to really develop things and do what we do. So we definitely went over. We were trying to be done because we're late. We're late, trying to keep it to 45 minutes so we can do more tarot. But we're going to do tarot. Who wants a read?
Let me move this. Come here, little baby.
You just called her this?
So let me move this. My cup is this.
He said, let me move this, and said, oh, little baby.
No.
I'm like, that's not very nice.
Come here, little baby. Go. Move this.
Can you grab my Divine Masculine on your way back out of the bag? It's right there.
Chair?
Yeah, that one right there. Just on your way back.
Is it in this room?
No, it's in the chair right there, where my bag is. All right. We have, excuse me, Dragon, Kelvin, Furry, Enjoy, Unexplained, and James. Okay. Spelled that wrong. Trying to type with one hand because of this dog. Got it? All right, so we've got Dragon, Kelvin, Furry, Joy, Unexplained, and James. So we have general reading unless otherwise specified. So James, we're going to find out if we can figure out why you found a random moon card the other day. I'm going to use the Divine Masculine Tarot today because it's been on my mind a lot lately. It's the one I did my shadow work with. It's a phenomenal deck, and I'm feeling called to it, so that's what I'm going to use. And then we're going to kind of switch over here our cast. Now, no, we didn't do it like we did last time, right? So we don't have our nice little aim down setup. So we're using this. So hopefully that will be good enough. And I got my drink here to block out that nasty glare. Bubby, I love you, but I'm going to have to put you down. My arm's tired. I'm going to hold you like a baby for a minute because you like that. I'll hold you like a baby. Benny likes to be hugged like a baby.
He's nosy. Watching me.
Very nosy.
Ben.
So this is the Divine Masculine Tarot by Vasich. Vasich Art has some phenomenal and very high quality cards. So where is the Mon Petit? You're just using me to get to him, honey. It's not very nice. So I'm gonna get my chart. Can I clear my throat today? That's nice. Nuts.
Really, La Petite? Come here. Come here, Ma. Come over here.
Oh, come here, I'll pick you up. Oh, goodness.
Ben, I'll pick you back up, buddy.
I could never not pick up Ma Petite.
Let's get this started. Ow!
Ma, you wanna smell it? You can smell the cards.
That one put a hot coal on me and it stuck.
Well, that doesn't feel good.
It really doesn't. We're still burning one of our endless blends, which I think is fun. It's a blend of every single thing that we've ever done, like leftovers. So, but yeah, Divine Masculine. What are you using?
I have used the tarot of, neo-fiction.
Tarot of, excuse me.
Neo-fiction.
I like it. Oh. All right.
We're on who, Dragon?
Probably. Yes, Dragon Dancer is first.
All right. Back and you know I got you, so what?
We still haven't kept up our word on doing tarot, actual tarot stream. I don't like shuffling on the hard stuff. It's not good.
Dragon reports you should send me some of that blend.
It's good stuff. I'm gonna make that Beltane blend today. Sorry for getting in front of the camera, but I have to use the soft to shuffle because I don't want to damage The edges of these cards are so pretty.
Yeah. Kind of been my-
Oh, that one didn't go as planned. One more. I need one more. All right. Dragon Dancer, what are we getting? Ace of Cups. Let me move my mirror. Let me move my mirror out of the way. Get that up there. Ace of Cups. So, as we have talked about sometime before, Ace of Cups is one of those cards that comes up when we are looking at the full raw energy of an element, right? We're getting everything that the cups represent, which is all of the emotions and fulfillment and joy and everything in one. And aces often represent the initiation or the beginning of something, like something is starting out for you that's going to have a huge positive, I think, depending on some of these other cards. We'll see what Rook pulls, but a huge positive emotional impact on you. It's going to be something that is self-serving, that feels very good. I remember last week we talked about doing too much. This week is talking about getting some very positive emotional feeling out of something that you're doing. So maybe as you adjust and put things in the right bucket, you'll start to feel some relief and start feeling this more positive strength about where things are headed for you. Because whenever I get the aces, it's always positive, first of all, no matter what it is, because it's this generative thing, and we are generative people. You are very artistic too, so could represent moving to some type of emotionally driven art. With just one card, it's a little harder to tell because it would be different if I see some wands, but Ace of Cups is also giving me this energy of a balance of things that are coming in for you that is really good. So things are balancing back out, and they're kind of reorganizing themselves in this nice little moving dance of things. And water is flowy. It allows us to be buoyant. It allows things to be buoyant, and so it supports us, right? And so the Ace of Cups is supporting you and kind of giving you that balance of emotion and feelings of things swirling in a good direction for the near future. Who's eating something?
And I have from Tarot of Neofiction, Patriarch. Your pre-planning and structure and discipline ensure success, whatever that means. You are confident, not in a cocky way. You're self-assured. You have pre-planned. You have worked up a plan. You've stuck to your plan, even if it had to change a little bit. And there's no doubt your work is helping to manifest or bring out whatever that is.
Nice. Love the cards.
Yeah.
Thank you. You have
I have
all
the plans. I know.
We know you do. That's funny.
And you manifest all the things too.
Yes, you do.
Awesome.
Kelvin is next.
Kelvin. Sorry. Excuse me. A little bit.
I waited too long to start the charcoal. Oh, I can feel how hot it is. I'm feeling
Kelvin
very heavy.
Kelvin is.
I just got a very heavy feeling. Not negative, like not ominous, just heavy, like important. So I don't know what that's about. Oops. I gotta put my drink just right so it covers the thing there. It's funny. Kelvin, let's see what we get. Wheel of Fortune. I feel like this came up last week. A couple times. So the Wheel of Fortune is a card that means a couple of different things. It can often mean that something is going to happen that you don't have control over, that could go either way, and you're not going to be able to have an effect on its outcome. I read it also a little bit more positively because I think of wheels, and I think of how the invention of the wheel allows things to move and allows things to happen. So Wheel of Fortune is about allowing new fortunes to happen and new things to happen. It's allowing you to get where you need to go. It has a lot of chariot feeling to me. So the Wheel of Fortune sometimes can mean, oh, you know, you have a 50-50 chance, or maybe some good fortune is coming your way. But I'm learning or feeling a little bit differently about this. This is giving you opportunity or recognition of an opportunity for you to do something that's going to give you good fortune or move you in the positive direction of fortune. You know, a lot of times the Wheel of Fortune can mean this is a non-magical thing that's happening. Something is going to happen, and it's just going to happen. There's nothing you can do about it. But I'm not really getting that. I'm getting a whole different kind of aspect of feeling where you're moving on to something that's going to change for you and that's going to help bring a positive fortune your way. Something is changing a little bit to help you do what you want to do. So Wheel of Fortune is one of my I don't want to say less favorite cards, but I don't think it gives us as much answer to what we're trying to do or what we're trying to feel. It just says things are going to happen and you can't do anything about them, but they're going to move. So we will pull one clarifying card, which is the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is to me is all about friendship and having love between friends. So if you are not currently surrounding yourself by people that care for you and that have your back, you need to spend some time with those people. Think about somebody you're like, oh, this is a good friend. I trust them, but I haven't seen them or talked to them in a long time. You need to call them. You need to talk to them, because they're going to help kind of give you that boost that you need or that next bit of information. So while the Wheel of Fortune is wheeling you towards something, moving you towards something that's going to not have a lot of control over, you're going to also want to engage the friendship and care that you have for people around you to kind of help develop and come up with what your next step is. So that's it for me.
All right. And I pulled Demise. Something needs to be put to rest this week and left there. I don't know if it's person, place, thing, or idea, but to move forward or to thrive or be content, something needs to be put to rest. Maybe something that's been going on a while, but it just needs to conclude and be put to rest this week. What I'm getting.
That smells so good.
It does smell good.
Okay. So putting something to rest, moving forward with something, a fortune that you don't have a lot of control over, and engage your friends and people around you. It needs to happen. So you do all those things, I think you'll have a pretty good outcome. I love that pine. Oh, doesn't that smell like Beltane?
Yeah, it is.
Almost more like Lunasa, but I love how when I shuffle the cards, it sucks the air, the smoke
into them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. If there's enough left, watch it.
Let's see who
it does. It sucks it right into it. That's cool.
Next.
Who is next is Furry.
Furry.
Furry. All right, I need to check the music real quick because I want to make sure we haven't moved on to.
Oh, sorry, Ma. I didn't mean to bump your head.
It's still playing. Okay. Because I don't want to move on to non-royalty free music.
What?
Because then we can get in troubles. All right, back to
Furry.
Furry.
You're welcome, Kelvin.
Thank you, sir, for letting us read. That's my favorite thing in the world.
El Santa.
I swear. You You know what? I'm feeling a little jasmine to sweeten out this.
Not a tea.
She got a card.
This should catch a card.
Jasmine and pine together. You wouldn't think, but it is such a good scent to me. Smell that. It just sweetens the pine even more.
Oh wow, that is nice.
Watch it suck up the smoke.
Oh, that is cool.
Isn't that cool?
That is really cool.
I love it. All right, furry. First card is Ten of Pentacles. All right. A lot of family cards for you. So Ten of Pentacles is very similar to the Ten of Cups for me. Ten of Cups is the happy family card, which means everything feels great. The Ten of Pentacles means happy home. Everything is right physically. So you've got things covered. You have your structure. You have your safety of all of Maslow's hierarchy of needs in place. It represents the strength of your family unit and the protection of the family unit as secure, solid, incredibly strong, and protected. The Ten of Pentacles really feels like, you know, my house is in good order. Maybe it even comes up in, if I'm doing a larger read, sometimes this will come up when somebody's doing renovations, and it's saying you're replacing the structure and you're building the physical structure. And so that's what the Ten of Pentacles really talks about. Your structure is solid, and that's one of the reasons. Well, you know, I'm an Earth all the way, so it represents that part of the cycle too, where things are coming to completion, and that even if something is still changing or needs to be moved, that underpinning is still there. It's still strong. It's still secure. So you don't have to worry about that piece of things. Could be projects that you're working on, but in general, it's talking about that home, that where you live. Your family is sound and secure for a long period of time. You've got things covered. It's the right place. It's the right feel. Everything is right. If you're thinking about adding on to something or making something stronger, you should do that. You know, replacing floors, adding on or setting up a shed or things like that. These are all things that Ten of Pentacles says you should do because they're in your mind right now and they're part of you securing and protecting your homestead, your family unit.
I pulled Courier, and it's got a pearl, it's got a beach. And to me, this is just saying pay attention and enjoy and appreciate a message this week. And when this comes up for me, it usually makes me think of memories, either an old memory or a new memory, but it gives comfort and gives a good feeling of peace. And enjoy that message and pay attention to it.
Yeah.
I love these cards. Oh my God.
We should do island vibes today.
Yeah. I think that would be, yeah, we should.
For your training.
Yeah. I just love this Tarot Neo-Fiction deck. Obviously, I carry it.
Joy
Joy!
is up next. I did not do that on purpose.
Well, you would never do that.
Haha, sucked up your smoke anyway.
Joy!
Yes. Joy, what's first for Joy? The moon. Oh, how fitting. I don't think you need anything to be told to you about the moon. I think
Hey, thank you, welcome.
that is pretty clear on, right? Sorry, I'm putting some of our what is it? The UU bark
Ooh,
and
nice.
resin on because I just felt the need to do that.
You're welcome.
So the moon comes up when things are illuminated and contrast is needed for me. It's a representation of all of the things that are hidden, but that we know. They're not part of us. They're part of us, but they're hidden, and we are seeking that difference of illumination to uncover them. You have new mysteries or new secrets that are being revealed to you because we are looking at them no longer in the light, but we're looking at them in the dark. And we're allowing our way of understanding and feeling to see differently and to be different and to feel different. And because of that, we're learning all these secrets that were once hidden to us, but have been with us the entire time. And that's what the moon represents, right? This new contrast. Like, it's not the daytime. It's not when things are easily visible. It's not when things are lit up and easy to read and see. It's dark. It's ominous. It can be scary. It can be fearful. But that moonlight provides just enough for us to use that we couple with what we're learning and what we're doing, and allows us to make this new way to learn all of these new things and have these new ideas come to us and these new developments come to us. The moon for me is as much an illumination as the sun, but it's a completely different kind of illumination, right? It's illuminating things that you wouldn't recognize during the day. The patterns look different at night. You know, the things are differently seen differently. And that is one of the things that is very important when we are learning, is that we learn new perspectives and we're taking something new in. So I'm getting from the moon for you is literally saying, new things are being revealed to you as you speak, and they are massive new things.
Oh, awesome. Come here, little baby. All right. So I pulled a clarifier because this card came up earlier. And so I wanted to see, what does it mean? Is it any difference for joy? And it's patriarch. It's all about planning, organization, pre-planning, and following through for success. And then to clarify, I pulled another water card, the Ace of Pearls, which tells me there's something that is new friendship, new project, new idea, new process that just makes you overall feel good, for lack of a better word or articulation, and then that's okay. We're going with the feel good things this week because it will serve us well this week. I don't know what that ties to. Matriarch of Pearls, but but that is that's what I held. The other one was the Courier of Pearls. Yeah,
The Courier
of
Pearls. Okay.
Oh, baby. Matriarch of Pearls.
It's really neat to me to have
that.
the patriarch and then the matriarch.
Together, yeah, like both energies, and then
clarifying strength with emotional fortitude.
Yep, and how she's on a beach next to a city with a skyscraper. I really love that. Oh, sweet. Yeah, that is true. Masculine and feminine.
And you can also look at a balance between the moon and the matriarch, right? Having the patriarch in the middle. You've got two pretty normally feminine energy cards with the moon, which represents the matriarch, right? That's a big piece of it. And then you have the patriarchy in the middle. Might give some guidance there too, to have some trending of looks like the patriarch might need to color a couple of things, but certainly isn't going to be the one in control.
Yeah.
So very cool.
All right.
Thank you, Joy.
Thank you, Joy. Then we have Unexplained.
Unexplained.
I know this is already connected to him. This deck.
Right? That's too funny.
Very strongly.
You think?
I would imagine.
That was very, very neat. The middle pillar of Awen. Okay. I could see that. I don't know as much about that as I would want to, but I might need to do some reading on that again. We've been out of that too long, too.
Yeah, we have.
Cycles, like we talked about last week, we cycle in, we cycle out. It's a thing. We're cycling in, but each time we cycle, we're further into the system, which is really cool, I think. Nine of Cups. Unexplained, my first card for you is the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is really cool. It follows the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is a, for me anyway, the Eight of Cups is a card of plenty. It's a card of you're getting your cups. You're getting things full. There's fulfillment. There's positivity there. There's good stuff. The Nine of Cups is saying, yeah, you've taken all that and you've enjoyed it, and now you need a rest. I've really got this idea of things coming together, which we know. You've already told us that good things are happening after bad things have happened. So that's no mystery. That's not the tarot speaking there, right? We know that. But the Nine of Cups does speak about that, right? When you get to the really the 7, 8, 9, and 10 of Cups, which remember a minute ago we talked about 10 of Cups being happy family, like it's the culmination of all the good feelings of love and comfort and things. The Nine of Cups is right between the 8 and the 10. This is the I have everything I need. I'm getting my cup filled and happy family, and that's respite. It's I've got the things. I drank full. I am full. I am respectful, and I'm feeling good about what's happening. So take it that way. Take it positively. Take it humbly, which we know you will. But that Nine of Cups is a portent of things are going to continue to move well for you as you go into this 9 and 10 of Cups phase. So take it in, work with it, be humble with it, and enjoy it, and deserve it of it. The only card that could have been better in this situation is the 10 of Cups, which is, again, the next step of where things are coming together all the way. So 9 says there's still a little bit more to do, but take that respite and enjoy it, and don't abuse it, but just enjoy that things are going to move right for you in a good way, and probably just with everything else that's happened, it might even move you forward even further than you were before.
Triskelly.
The Triskelly.
Okay, y'all see I have been shuffling very well and thoroughly, but I did get another repeat demise. To me, that means something's about to, needs to, should be put to an end.
Or just was,
whether it's person, place, thing, or idea. I'm not getting that, but I pulled a clarifier, the Courier, and this to me is an earth card, meaning that the message or there's something new that's going to come that's actually something physical that you could see, that's on the plane, that it's not like just a good feeling. It's something that you can put your hands on, or an actual idea, thing, or construct, concept that is going to be on the physical plane. Something new. So what that means anything, I hope it does, but
yeah,
I have been shuffling, and so these repeats are just, it's not me not shuffling. It's just what's coming out.
Is the Courier
Flowers and Vines, I love it.
Is the Courier like, and I know they're different, but is it analogous to the Page or the Knight? I'm assuming Page.
Yeah, oh, good point.
I'm just curious. Because that's what I see when you pull it up. I see the Page, because the Page is that, I'm really excited to do something, and we're starting something up, and this is beautiful, and I'm getting ready to spend all of my energy to it, and I want to move forward. And they're that exciting message, like the Courier is the messenger to me. But it's that real excited
Page.
Yeah, Page. So that's cool.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to interrupt you.
No, I love that.
I have a bad thing where I see and I get excited and I talk.
It's all good.
So sorry. Apologies. All right.
I love that. I need to use that deck more too.
I think we have a specific question this time. What is the significance of a random moon card?
Yeah, so James is up, and you had you said, I guess I'm assuming this is what I got out of that, is you found a random moon card, or a random moon card showed up for you, and you want to know why. That's what I'm gathering. I'm just
Gallant are the Knights.
Look at us.
They all have horses with gotcha. Gallant are the Knights. Okay, they all have horses with them. Awesome.
I didn't want to be rude, because sometimes in tarot decks, of your creation, you didn't intend them to be like analogous to, in a way, so I didn't want to assume that. But I definitely got Page vibes from the Courier, but James, let's see about this moon card.
Oh, that's an interesting. I like that. That's cool. Why a random moon card? Send them away with that deck. Oh, I love it. And again, on mine, I hope I didn't, with anything I said, say anything offensive. I just go with what I feel.
I think that's how you're supposed to use it.
Yeah.
All right, James, the first card that I've got for you is the Seven of Wands. This is going to require a clarifying card, so we'll pull that in a moment. The Seven of Wands isn't answering the question that we've asked, because and maybe this will make sense to you, I don't know, but it's an unfortunate area for me. It is, I don't know how well you can see the card, but it's a gentleman with a spear, and he has multiple spears pointed at him, and it's the feeling of betrayal, where you're being accused of something that you didn't do. It generally, and it doesn't have to be like you're in death row or anything. It can be small things. It doesn't have to be a big thing, but the representation is still the same. That the people that you trust are kind of saying they're against you, or they have misinterpreted something about you, and they're not giving you a break. But you're still going to come out on top and in control, just as this gentleman is in this card. He's saying, look, I hear you, and you guys are wrong, and you will eventually be able to show them that, but it's going to be a period of uncomfort, of discomfort for a moment, because there's this whole people aren't listening to me, people aren't realizing. It's one of my biggest fears, which is to be accused of something I didn't do big, like, or go to jail and it wasn't me, that kind of stuff. And that's where he's kind of feeling the difference, though, in the Seven of Wands, is that he's still in control, so that's not going to happen, but that's the feeling that you're in right now. So something around you is against you and giving it, maybe it's energy, maybe it's people, usually it's people, and usually it's people you care about. They're kind of against you, and I just have to find out and what that is, and you'll still be fine. You'll still stay on top of it, but you're going to have to look around you and get that energy. And then the second card for clarifying, Five of Cups. This is good. Now, fives are contemplative for me. They're in the middle. They also can sometimes feel stuck. So the Five of Cups is giving this stagnation energy to it, which is really honestly going right along here. So what I would say to your question of why did the Moon card pop out, because there is something that you're not seeing clearly that you need to illuminate and learn and figure out, because if not, you're going to end up stagnated and you're going to end up having some people kind of pushing against you. Whatever was in that card, it's giving you a message, and it's telling you you have to see something from a different perspective now, because if you don't, then you're going to end up with a lot more difficult around it. So whatever that was, think it through, think what energy it can give you, think what it can tell you as a message. What is it illuminating? Like, what system is it from? What is on the, and don't tell me any of this stuff. You'll have to figure this out on your own, unfortunately. But just look at whatever, and not just cards or even a full moon card or whatever it is you found. Just right now, something needs to be illuminated differently. There's a perspective change that needs to happen on something to keep you on the right side of things. And so maybe a little bit of digging and meditation would be helpful. I feel like grabbing a moon deck and pulling some cards, but I don't know where mine are. I'll have to go look. I might go grab another card too from my moon deck just to see. But yeah.
Interestingly enough, I did pull a moon card, reflection, and what I'm getting immediately is it's three beings or entities there, all going a different way, and it is about reflection, but not so much on like what was done, said, or thought necessarily, but
I was wondering where that was.
How do you feel? Like, how do you feel about something, and kind of looking at that to get an answer? So yes, reflecting, but it to me it's more of an emotional or a feeling level. And there's three different beings. I don't know if that means there's more than one person, if you're involved in an interaction or whatever it is, but almost like hangman vibes, kind of like look at things a different way, but from an emotional standpoint and from within. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Oh,
because I'm not sure if it did to me.
It's not supposed to make sense to you.
But that's what I'm getting. And how awesome that I pulled the moon card, I think
that is telling. There's definitely something that needs to be illuminated. Reflection is a good thing to do, especially when meditation.
Lightheaded.
I did too.
Like, I remember really lightheaded.
It felt really heavy, and now it's the opposite.
Oh God.
Ugh.
That's weird. And we have another request, so we're going to do that. So absolutely,
Justin, we will do that now.
Yep. God, that's pretty fucking. Oh, excuse me. That's pretty freaking cool to have pulled the moon card.
I like it.
Okay. Woo. Okay, calm down, brain. I feel like
we're gonna have to do some grounding afterwards, I think.
Yeah. I feel like I took mini thins or something. Anybody remember mini thins?
I remember mini thins.
Make you real lightheaded, like if you had done speed. When we thought we were so cool getting mini thins at a gas station. That's how I feel. Really lightheaded. Okay. You're welcome. I hope it's helpful in some way.
Need an extra cleansing on that one.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
This is the UU pine, directly from the UU pine. It smells so different than the pinion, doesn't it? It's not as sweet, but it's got like a deeper, angrier scent to it.
Yeah, it's definitely different. It's sweeter. Mm-hmm. Mini thins. Oh yeah, mini thins. Yeah. Yep.
Mini thins.
Thought it was so cool. Felt sick as a dog.
Eight of Cups. Speaking of, we were talking about the eights. Well, we were
that's
talking
a
about Eight
cool
of Pentacles
card.
too, but Eight of Cups. So you can see in this imagery, there's also Moon in here. The Eight of Cups is definitely an element of water that is, again, leading towards this end result of happy family, which is the Ten of Cups. Eights are reflective for me, similar to the nines, but they represent a lot of hard work has gone into something, and maybe some recent difficulties and some recent emotional issues have been coming up. Increases in maybe depressive feelings, increases in having difficulty communicating. Those are starting to resolve. And the Eight of Cups is starting to say, is like, I've had my reflective moment. Things were going, then they weren't, and now they're going again. The horse always, for me, represents safe passage and safe movement forward. Horses are incredibly magical creatures, and they really talk and move through that. I carry my person, I carry my energy, and they are exactly who they are, right? And so that feeling of being pulled through an emotional distressing time into a more comfortable and more safe and more positive moment. The Eight of Cups is again about that movement forward. You can see there's the moon in this card too, which is the feminine guidance image. It's the pulling of what we said earlier, the contrast and the different perspectives of something. So in a representative, though, it's really saying things are back on track. They're back moving again. They're starting to go forward again. My emotional distresses and anxieties are starting to lessen a little bit, and will be lessening now over the next couple weeks, and start moving in towards the Nine of Cups part of the cycle, which is the moment right before the final arrival of good things.
Awesome. And I love that Unexplained gave me the name of these because I love the name. I pulled Three of Flowers and Vines, and this is literally saying to me, three is a crowd, and it's something to do with work. It's something to do with a partnership, something to do with a project. And it's like you don't need to be going to a lot of people, and there's somebody that's going to stick out that either they don't know what they're saying, or it seems like it's too good to be true, or it seems like they're trying to monopolize or usurp the energy or the leadership or the authority on something that it's too many. Whoever that is, you need to try to cut ties, refocus. And it's something that you don't want some bad advice coming in related to work, a project, something to do with, could be with money, it could be with anything physical or to do with work. It's that whoever that is, like they may be I don't know, they could be nasty, they could be attacking, or they could be very charming. But whatever it is, it don't feel right, and you should trust your other stuff that it doesn't. You don't need the interference.
I like that.
Interference with a project or work or a physical thing you're doing. Just be aware of it.
Yep. Very cool. I like it.
All right.
Hope that means something. Makes
too.
sense.
I love these cards. I love this deck.
That's a nice deck. Very beautiful deck.
Yes, sir.
All right. So the last thing we do is the general read, right? We just pull a card for the energy and what things we can bring in to move forward this week. Like what can we do to just make the week go better? And we've got the Three of Pentacles. All right. So the Three of Pentacles is learning something. So the Three of Pentacles wants you to go out and learn some little bit of something. You're welcome. It wants you to spend some time learning a new physical thing, whether it's at work or at home, repairing a chair. The kintsugi thing is something for me that I think was what it's speaking to me.
That's cool.
But it's saying, get out your hammer, get out your chisel, go make your sculpture. go do the thing. There's something physical that you have to do, and so over the next week or so, I'd highly recommend a craft, something that you do with your hands. If you don't like crafts, then maybe putting a puzzle together, maybe like putting a model car together, which I have a couple I want to do soon. Things like that. So that's what you'll want to do in order to bring some of that energy in. Is do something physical with your hands. Go learn a new thing that you can do, or do a new thing physical that will move you forward.
All right, water again. I pulled Patriarch of Pearls. This tells me let's watch and check our emotions this week, and be in control of them. Be level, be even. Try not to get upset.
Cute. So check your emotions.
Check your emotions.
So
it's not all about us. It's not all about you.
Channel all of your energy into doing things this week. Don't let it make you lose your shit.
My name is Petite.
Bad breath.
Oh, it's okay. I love you. I love you.
Well, that is it for today. Thank you for hanging out with us. We went way long.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry about it. From the north, Wittershins to the east, may the circle be open but never
unbroken.
Never broken.
Never broken.
Never broken. May it be unbroken.
I don't know.
May the circle be open but unbroken. May there be peace in the east. I messed it all up.
May the love of the goddess be ever
I skipped
in your
verses.
heart.
It's okay.
Merry meet and merry part and merry meet again.
Thank you. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We really enjoy it. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend and a great week next week. And we will see you again soon.
See you soon. Thank you.
Toodaloogs.